Guys, welcome back. I'm just going to take advantage of the prom being closed as I walk home, and I'm going to walk down the middle of the road and film the Loomis, although it's going to be a super windy video. The training, because I just spoke to somebody who was helping out and volunteering, somebody I work with, and they told me a little bit of what is going to be going on. They were going to simulate a car crash first of all. It was supposed to be starting the day, but everything's running a bit late. They were supposed to be simulating a car crash, so they was going to scramble fire brigade and emergency services, and then it was all going to escalate into a terrorist attack, and the main part of it is apparently going to move into the tower, and there's going to be a load of gunfire in the tower and stuff, so it's going to be really dramatic stuff. But if it all went into the tower, I wouldn't be able to go inside and film it anyway. And all those people that we saw going in, a lot of them, they're actors and actresses and extras, so I'm still finding myself walking away from the middle of the road. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting, and I'm allowed to say that it's exciting because it's actually not real, it's all fake. So that's what's going to be happening. Simulated car crash, all the emergency services are going to be scrambled, and everything's going to escalate, and it's going to culminate in a terrorist attack, and there's going to be loads of gunfire, fake gunfire, I hasten to add, in the tower. So that's going to all be pretty dramatic. So yeah, even if I did stay longer, I would only be able to film the car crashy bit. I wouldn't be able to film any of the inside of the tower bit. So yeah, they're going all out with that exercise, aren't they? It's going to take till midnight. So yeah, there'll be a lot of actors and actresses involved in that one. So yeah, look at this. I am walking down the prom, down the middle of the road, because everything is completely closed off down here, even though all this stuff is going on way yonder up there. Here, so weird, look, it's literally dead down here, because those people who've come out to watch what's going on, they're all like congregated down there, and there's no traffic on the prom obviously because it's closed, so there's really hardly anybody walking down the prom. And you know, it's so ingrained in my head, like I should not be walking on the road. I feel like I'm being, I keep looking behind me, and I know there's not going to be anything behind me, but I feel like such a dangerous like idiot. I feel like, what's she doing walking on the road, get off the road. But it's cool, it's definitely an experience to be able to walk down the road for sure. So yeah, that is what's going to be happening tonight. I would have liked to have helped out. I mean, most of the people are extras and actors and actresses. There are a few volunteers though, but nothing was put out at work, like would you like, or nothing that I know of was put out at work, because I would have applied to be a part of it. I mean, I'm not an actor of course, but I think I'd be legit terrified for real if I heard gunfire, even fake gunfire. I don't even like to hear people shouting. I definitely don't like loud noises. So I think I'd be pretty good at acting terrified. tram there, so the trams are going backwards and forwards, they're just not, unless these trams are part of the exercise. I mean, it's highly probable they could just be normal passenger trams, because they'd just be travelling from Central Pier to, they'd be travelling Central Pier to Stargate and back. Same with North Pier to Fleetwood and back. It wouldn't make sense to close the entire tramway down just because this small spot of prom is closed. So yeah, for those of you that didn't know what was going on, I mean, we all know there's some kind of exercise going on, but I didn't have a clue what it was going to entail. I just knew bits and bobs. So yeah, that is it for this little walk. There we go. That was really cool to see. And look, we can get the view down there. Look at that, that's brilliant. Look at that screenshot there, that's so cool. Right, I am heading home now. See, nothing has kicked off from there yet, because if it had started, you would hear sirens. So, yeah, nothing has started yet. So I am going to head off down Chapel Street and on the Central Drive, and I'm going to head home. Because now I am really, really tired. I mean, a part of me wanted to stay till midnight, but like I said, if it's all going to move into the tower, then I wouldn't be able to film anything. But it sounds like quite the exciting scenario, doesn't it? I guess you have to train for these things, because, you know, I've done training myself, but many years ago, and years ago in the 80s, I used to work in London. I lived there for around 2.5 to 3 years, and I worked on the London Underground, and we used to do regular training things for loads of different scenarios on the Underground. We did proper fire training at Moorgate Fire Station, and we had to actually assist the firemen with the hoses and stuff like that. We did fire training, and we did training once where we had to actually raise a train car slightly off the track because somebody was underneath it. Obviously not a real person. It was one of those fake. We did loads and loads of training, but mainly it was like, back then the big thing that people were worried about was the IRA and stuff like that. Because I got a whole station closed down once, true story. I was working as the foreman at Woodside Park Station, and I was doing one of my station checks, and there was a little black attaché case. I may have told you this one. There was a little black attaché case just left in the little waiting room. So I immediately hot-footed it to the booking office and told them, and said call the police, because that is what we were instructed to do. Any bags, cases left unattended, you don't go for them, you don't touch them, you would just contact the police. So anyway, the police came down and they took it really, really seriously, and they came down in all like these proper like flak jackets and protective gear and all this armour and stuff. And not only did they close the whole station off, they completely evacuated the surrounding area. A little cafe near the station where people were enjoying their fry-ups had to leave mid-fry-up. They were not happy, from what I gathered later on, because the lady around the cafe told me, she was like, oh, all my regulars had to go out. They did not want to leave the fry-ups. So anyway, they eventually, well, I don't know what they did to it, because obviously I wasn't privy to that, but They eventually did something to this little case, found out it was actually not serious, and turned out to be full of dirty underwear. Apparently, that's what I heard. I mean, it was 30 odd years ago, so I don't really remember it clearly, but what I got told, it was full of dirty ladies' underwear, and also there was a few smoking pipes in there, and lots of stuff that people smoke. But yeah, they actually closed the station down for a good, I don't know, hour or two, I can't really remember. But yeah, training's important. Oh look, there's more scaffolding. You can't, I'm putting the camera in, you won't be able to see it. There's more scaffolding on the central development site, and I don't know how I've got the camera in there because you can't see a darn thing on the video. But where the lift shaft is, where I showed you last time, there's like a load of steel works up alongside it. So that is progressing nicely. Anyway, I'm going to close this video up now. So thank you for sticking with me to the end of it while I waffled on about my tales from long ago. And yeah, I'm going to go now, so I will see you all very soon in the next video. Goodbye.